Thanks for tuning in to Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. I'm your host, Poonam Kumar. Today we'll be talking to Chris Peterson with the Sorenson Unity Center about some exciting community events happening on the west side and how you can get involved. We'll also look ahead at upcoming events in the city as we move into spring and cap the show off with our History Minute. But first, let's bring you up to speed on some things you may have missed. The Mayor's Office and the Salt Lake City Council embarked on the annual process of allocating federal community development block grant funds to local qualifying efforts. The program provides critical help in paying for a wide variety of programs aimed at community development, affordable housing, and work to combat poverty. Don't forget, the HIVE Pass launched on March 1st, and it's on sale through August. This is an amazing deal for all Salt Lake City residents and is a major step toward improving our air quality. Get access to almost the entire UTA network for less than $1 a day. Don't miss out. Visit ridewithhive.com today to learn more. Within the last 35 years, the amount of waste each person creates has almost doubled from 2.7 to 4.6 pounds per day. In a sustainable community like ours, waste should not be a problem to be disposed of, but instead a resource to be used and reused. SLC TV has produced a PSA highlighting some of the city's youngest experts who remind us about the importance of recycling.
This is the city, Salt Lake City, Utah. Every 60 seconds, environmental atrocities are unknowingly committed by well-meaning but uninformed citizens. Valuables trashed, precious organic materials or wasted recyclable goods snuffed. Their lifespans cut tragically short, never to reach their true potential, clogging our landfill and leaving a mess for future generations. In the fall of 2010, Salt Lake City Mayor Ralph Becker and the City Council passed an ordinance providing every resident with 2 extra garbage cans, 1 tan for yard waste, 1 blue for recyclables. And some just didn't get it. That's why Mayor Becker appointed a crack team of the city's leading environmental watchdogs to both educate the public and enforce policies that will keep the city safe and clean for generations to come. It's an endless, thankless job, but they know it's got to be done. They are the Kids Recycling Council.
Joining us in studio now, we have Chris Peterson, director of the Sorenson Unity Center. Hey, Chris. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thanks for having me.
Chris, so tell us, what is the Sorenson Unity Center? Where are you guys located? Many people don't know about the Sorenson Center, and we want to talk to you a little bit today about some of the programs and the activities.
Sorenson Unity Center is located on 1383 South, 900 West. It's on California Ave in the Glendale neighborhood. And it's a city-run entity under the Department of Community and Economic Development. And we have a whole variety of programs that we're offering through our own network of partners and through some internal partners that we work with to help provide opportunities for residents. Our mission is to engage neighbors, to create opportunities, to build community pride, and to enhance livability in Salt Lake City.
Well, so Chris, so now Sorenson's a great place for hosting events and activities and where the community comes together, right? And I know you guys have a community conversations that you've been hosting before, and then you've got one up and coming. Will you talk to me a little bit about that?
Sure. So Community Conversations with the Mayor is the name of the event, and we're getting ready for our 3rd installment. We kicked it off a couple of months ago, and the first one was around the issue of air quality. The second one was around education. This next one's about transportation. It's really an opportunity for residents to engage with the mayor and other policymakers about issues that really matter to them. Citywide, but we're paying particular emphasis to the neighborhoods around the Sorenson Unity Center as well. So these events are pretty cool opportunity. They're being held within our Black Box Theater, which is an amazing space that a lot of people don't necessarily know about. And we're looking to sort of build this event on a monthly basis and look forward to future topics as well.
Well, it's a great way to get the community involved and have a discussion with the mayor about important topics. But you guys have a bunch of other amenities and programs and things that you offer. Can you briefly just give me an overview about
Sure.
that?
So we have a fitness center there at the Unity Center that has amazing state-of-the-art facilities, also a daycare as well there. The fitness center is run by Salt Lake County. Next door to us at the Sorensen Multicultural Center, they have gyms and a swimming pool and a whole range of programs there.
Awesome.
Also at the Unity Center, we have Salt Lake donated dental services, free and low-cost dental services, as well as a number of kind of community spaces. Our Black Box Theater that we mentioned, it's also available for rental. We have a technology center, which includes an adult computer lab, as well as an Intel computer clubhouse, a community gallery space, which is always has ongoing exhibits, as well as our outdoor space, parks, and a community garden that are a pretty amazing resource for the neighborhood as well.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for being here today. And residents can get more information by visiting your website or calling the phone number on the screen.
That's right.
So thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Time now to look at upcoming events and meetings in the city. Making your voice heard is an important component of local government. If you have any questions about things going on in the city or about any meetings, you can call the mayor's office at 801-535-7704. If coming to a meeting or making a phone call isn't your preference, you can always send an email to the mayor's office or to your council representative at the email addresses listed on the screen. The city is always looking for your input, and you can leave a public comment on all of the most pressing issues in the city through our Open City Hall forum by visiting slcgov.com/opencityhall. Time now for our History Minute.
After a career as a military pilot for the Navy, Jake Garn entered Salt Lake City politics when he decided to run for a position as city commissioner in 1967. He served there faithfully, taking charge of the water department, until winning the race for mayor in 1971 so he could do more to help shape the course of the capital city. But in 1974, he decided to run for U.S. Senate. He won a seat in the Senate and kept it until 1993. But it was in 1984 that Senator Garn was invited by NASA to fly as a payload specialist on Flight 51D of the Space Shuttle Discovery, making him the first sitting senator, first Utahn, and only former mayor of Salt Lake City to fly into space. During his 7 days in orbit, he performed various medical tests while circling the Earth 109 times. While he was in space, then Senator Garn grew space sick, and NASA ended up naming their scale of space sickness after him. 1 Garn is the highest possible level of space sickness.
This is simply me, guinea pig, barfing Jake Garn with a few electrodes.
NASA's primary training facility for astronauts is also named after Jake Garn, and the Jake Garn Simulator and Training Facility is the only place where flight crews and ground controllers can train for every phase of a shuttle mission.
That's it for this edition of Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. Be sure to tune in next time to keep up to date with what's happening in the city. For Salt Lake City TV, I'm your host, Poonam Kumar.